get ready for an adventure. Here is a story called Celestial Snowflakes and the Whispering Sprout. Once upon a time, far beyond the twinkling stars, nestled inside a space station that looked like a giant shimmering snowflake, lived Pola the Polar Puff. Pola wasn't just any snow bear. They had dark turquoise fur, bright blue ears, and a heart full of warmth. Pola loved two things more than anything: icy adventures and giving warm hugs. Oh, and making snowflakes. Pola could shape them into the most amazing forms: dancing stars, swirling hearts, and even tiny perfect crowns. One day, an invitation arrived. It was for the Royal Snowflake Gala. Young Louis, the kindest king in the galaxy, was hosting it. Louis loved everything about the past, especially kings and queens, and this gala was rumored to be the most spectacular ever. The invitation promised shimmering lights, delicious space cakes, and of course, a flurry of beautiful snowflakes. Louis loved solving mysteries, but he disliked boring books and being wrong. Just as Pola was preparing their coziest scarf, Clover the forest sprout popped in. Clover was a walking, talking plant with deep pink leaves and a giggle that sounded like the rustling of leaves in a gentle breeze. Clover could communicate with all plants and had a special talent for creating natural perfumes, which always made everyone happy. "Hello, Pola," Clover chirped. "The gala sounds exciting. I heard whispers from the space garden. The snowflake machine seems a bit off." Clover tilted their head, a new flower blooming on top of their head. It looked worried. Pola, always up for an adventure, felt a shiver of excitement. "A mystery! And right before the gala." "Off? How so?" Pola asked, their voice filled with curiosity. Clover explained, "The plants say the snowflakes are coming out. Wonky, misshapen." Pola and Clover decided to investigate. They knew how much Louis, the young king, loved the gala. They journeyed through the space station's winding corridors, which were filled with glowing plants and whirring machines. The snowflake machine, usually a marvel of engineering, looked a bit gloomy. As they got closer, they noticed the snowflakes coming out were definitely not the perfect ones Pola was used to seeing. Some were lopsided, others were too small, and a few looked like they were trying to be space slugs. Pola said, tilting their head thoughtfully. "This is odd. The snowflake machine's memory banks are from the past. It is supposed to create perfect snowflakes, just like in the old stories. But I have been here before, and I know that sometimes things go wrong, especially when something is trying to stop others from being happy." Pola remembered tales from a long time ago, of a grumpy space gnome who didn't like parties. Could someone be trying to spoil the gala? As they ventured further, they saw small clues: tiny oil smudges on the gears, a loose wire sparking near the control panel. They examined all the clues very carefully, and they used all their abilities. Clover's understanding of nature helped to reveal that a particular plant was blocking the machine. Pola, with their knack for seeing things differently, saw a pattern in the misshapen snowflakes. They were all missing a small piece, a tiny crystal that gives the flakes their perfect shape. It reminded them of a small jewel Louis loved to wear when he was solving puzzles. They followed the trails, and soon they were face to face with the issue. The jewel that makes the perfect snowflakes had been moved, and was now interfering with the machine. "It must be fixed for the gala," said Louis. Together, Pola, Clover, and Louis worked to set things right. Clover carefully moved the plant to allow for the jewel to fit in place. Pola used their special snowflake shaping powers to guide the jewel and bring the correct crystal in line. Louis, with his love of mysteries helped by remembering past stories of kings and queens, helped find clues. Finally, with a click and a whir, the machine began to work. The first snowflakes, instead of falling apart, started to sparkle as the crystal in line. The gala began, and everyone was thrilled to see the perfectly shaped snowflakes. But then, a funny thing happened. Some of the misshapen snowflakes were still coming out. Louis saw this and was concerned, but Pola had an idea. "What if we don't try to stop it?" they suggested. "What if these two become part of the gala?" And so they did. The misshapen snowflakes, once a problem, became a whimsical part of the celebration. Louis and all the other guests laughed as they danced under the oddly shaped flakes. They realized that even the mistakes could be beautiful and fun. That night, as the gala ended and the galaxy glittered, Pola and Clover hugged. "Happy, we solved the mystery, And the gala was saved, Pola declared. Clover giggled, their leaves glowing softly, and we learnt that even when things seem wrong, there's always a way to make them right. Together, the warm glow of friendship surrounded them, as they thought of the joy and fun that the adventure had brought to everyone. Louis was pleased that it was a fun, memorable experience. They smiled, knowing that their journey had taught them the importance of teamwork, adaptability, and embracing differences. The mystery was solved, but their friendship and their adventures were just beginning. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What problem was happening with the snowflake machine? Let's see how you did. The answer is, the snowflake machine was making misshapen snowflakes. You did a great job. I hope you enjoyed this story pie tale. I'll see you next time.